Micromax doesn't exactly have a good reputation when it comes to building good quality smartphones. You may yourself have come across many unhappy buyers who ended up having a bad customer service experience. To solve this, Micromax has started a new sub-brand or a subsidiary company called Yu Televentures. Phones selling under Yu brand will be targeted towards young and tech-savvy consumers. And just like Xiaomi, these phones will be sold online in the format of flash sales. Now on paper, this phone sounds like a complete beast selling for only Rs 9,000. There's 4G LTE support, there's 64-bit processor, a 13 megapixel camera and 2 GB RAM. The Yu Yureka looks like another phone imported from China where it's sold as the Coolpad F2 4G. Looks like Micromax just commissioned the phone from the OEM and shipped it to India with Cyanogen OS. Keeping aside the clone aspect, it's a simple plastic body with rounded corners and the soft edges make it feel safe to hold in hand. It definitely feels like holding a big phablet, but it's manageable to operate with a single hand. Even though it weighs 177 grams, the phone didn't really feel heavy in day-to-day use. The Yu Yureka's 720-bit display is quite bright, but it has backlight bleeding issues. The colors felt a bit oversaturated, but the viewing angles are good. Using the display outdoor is difficult as I found it to be highly reflective. If you are an avid reader, then you may not like this display as the low pixel density doesn't help to have a good reading experience. Overall, the display is average at best. Also, there's Corning Gorilla Glass 3 protection and the display comes with oleophobic coating. This coating generally helps the Eureka's display to repel oils from the skin on your fingers, thus making it easier to clean any kind of fingerprints and smudges faster with a cloth. On the software front, Eureka runs on Cyanogen OS 11, which is built upon Android 4.4.4 KitKat. This software feels a lot like using stock Android. It's not at all heavy. If you dig deeper, there's a lot to customize the stock experience, and I for one like the Cyanogen's theme store. You can mix and match a theme's icons with other theme fonts. It's fun to play around with these customizations if you're into such kind of a thing. Talking about customizations, one can switch between hardware capacitive buttons and on-screen navigation buttons. I prefer sticking to on-screen buttons as I'm more used to it. Cyanogen also comes with autocall recording feature built right in and it works as it's advertised. There's tons of software customization hidden within the settings and if you're a power user, you'll like them. I guess Micromax was correct when they used the tagline Play God. The choice is yours here, as you can either play with a simple stock UI or play around with it as much as you desire. We found that the 13 megapixel camera of Yu Yureka deserved a separate video review as it comes with the same camera sensor of bigwigs like LG G3 and Galaxy Note 3. Click below to check out the full camera review by Safe. Now talking about performance, the phone offers pure raw speed at this price point and sometimes I even forgot that I'm using a 9000 rupee phone. The Qualcomm Snapdragon 615 chip, which is typically something you'll see in phone upwards of rupees 20,000, handles multitasking very well. But I did find some app crashes, typically the ones that came pre-installed. And technically, the 64-bit chip isn't being used to its entire potential as the phone is running on KitKat. Micromax has promised the Android 5.0 Lollipop update soon, which will provide faster performance for optimized apps that will utilize the 64-bit prowess. The phone handles most games very well. Casual games like Subway Surfer and Temple Run 2 provided satisfactory speed with good-looking graphics, while heavier games like Real Racing also ran well but had few occasional frame drops here and there. But the experience while playing games tends to get spoiled as your hands always end up blocking the rear speakers. The placement makes them unusable and also the sound quality is below par. While keeping the phone on table, we found a major drop in sound loudness as well as the quality just became horrible. Thankfully, the headsets provided within the box are decent and I found them comfortable to use for occasional music listening and games. At full volume, the sound does get muffled up, but overall they are good. I've had a mixed experience with Yu Yureka's battery. Regular usage that involves long hours of browsing, social media, few calls, and music listening on Wi-Fi landed me with a very good 12 to 13 hours of battery life. Using 3G lands the same score to around 10 hours, which is still good. Weirdly, the battery takes the most juice while using the camera. All in all, I think day-to-day usage should give you a day's battery life. So the big question. Should you buy this if your budget is below 10,000 rupees? In a nutshell, yes. If you want good performance and like to customize your phone, then there's nothing like this. Also, the phone supports 4G LTE, which is being already used by Indian telecom providers. So you have a 64-bit 4G ready phone that's even future-proof as Android 5.0 Lollipop will be coming soon. It's even selling at rupees 1000 lesser than the already popular Redmi Note 4G. This makes it a more recommended worthy choice. But the major problem would be in buying this, as Amazon flash sales happen only once a week on Thursdays, and units available for sale are always fluctuating. As far as my choice goes, I would say Micromax might have finally cracked an ideal plan to impress the young tech savvy buyers, but I'll wait for the day when they design a phone on their own and not ship some rebranded Chinese hardware. If you like this video, don't forget to share, comment, and subscribe to our channel for more such awesome reviews.